big fan of Long Way Round and Long Way Down, where Ewan McGregor and Charlie Boorman just went mad on bikes. Charlie's off again, and he joins us in the studio now. Good afternoon, Charlie.
Good afternoon, guys.
Where are you off to this time?
I'm doing another show on my own this time. It's called By Any Means, and I leave from my hometown in Ireland to Sydney, kind of overland. And Russ is going to be coming along as well.
Charlie and I have been great friends now for over 4 years.
This is the sort of fourth project I'd have done with Russ.
So this is how it all started. This is my boarding pass when I went on a trip to Valencia with Charlie. And I said, wouldn't it be great to go from London to Sydney? What an iconic trip. By any means of transport that's appropriate to the country that we're going through.
So I get to ride, drive, sail, donkey, yak, elephant, tuk-tuks, you name it. I'm trying to basically do it without taking any commercial airlines, doing it the sort of old-fashioned way.
We're literally diagonally going across the globe all the way down to Australia.
This is not going to take 5 minutes.
No, it's going to take about 4 months.
So we're going to explore countries we've never been before, meet people we've never seen before, go on vehicles we've never travelled on before. So it's a massive voyage of discovery.
Well, Charlie, best of luck with it, and yeah, safe journey.
Which countries would excite you more?
I think India and Nepal sounds really good. Vietnam, Thailand. I've never been to Thailand. And then it'd be nice to spend a night in Istanbul, you know, because I've never done that. And
It's a beautiful, beautiful city. I don't know where in Afghanistan is
well, you
safe.
probably go to Kabul. It's all a bit tricky around here, Afghanistan. And then into Pakistan, hopefully through the Khyber Pass, if it's not too dangerous. Apparently, if Bin Laden is stayed living anywhere, they reckon he's there.
In the Khyber Pass?
Around the Khyber Pass.
Really?
Okay, yeah. So, might get an interview with him. That'd be cool. Eventually, we settle on our route, where I get to ride from my hometown in Ireland all the way down through Eastern Europe towards Turkey, over to Afghanistan, and then into Pakistan, India, China, Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, and then down through Australia to Sydney, by any means.
Well, it looks easy, doesn't it?
No, not really. Where's my office? I can't remember. I say, is that a Spitfire above our heads?
There's only 3 of us going. Charlie, myself, and a cameraman.
I've travelled a lot before. I've done a hell of a lot of documentary filming abroad. I think around 55 countries to date. So, yeah, that's pretty good for what they want to do.
All the girls in the office quite fancy him, really. I want to start the project on motorbikes and then do some motorbikes in between and then finish on motorbikes. And I thought I'd have a bike built. So this is your shed?
This is the shed.
The shed.
Everything is done under this damp and wet roof.
I've been talking to these guys for a while and they're just the top-class builders. And that goes here.
Because we can make it look like a real vintage leather.
Yeah, no, that'd be nice. And it's kind of a nice feeling to have something built that's sort of to your spec.
Very nicely set up there.
That's just fantastic. It's like a little boy waiting for Christmas. I want to ride it now.
Bad news.
Oh, yeah.
We can't go through Afghanistan or Pakistan.
Over 500 people have been killed this year alone in violence linked to militants who are fighting for control of this region that borders Afghanistan.
Well, I think I'm very disappointed with that. I don't know. I'm not an expert on those areas, so...
To be honest, that's a nightmare. Yeah. Well, I think that we should get visas for Iran and go... If it proves impossible to go this way, then I think Iran's a very good option. There's still a lot to learn about Iran.
What's really odd is that we've all decided to go through Iran now, and it just seems that Iran is the safest place to go through at the moment, whereas a couple of years ago, you'd never have said that, would you, really? Here today to look at the sort of second stage of my little triumph that I'm having built. Fingers crossed I like it. Ooh, look at that dude. How are you?
Mate, how are you?
It looks fantastic. Look at all that. That looks all nicely mounted up here as well. That's beautiful.
Well, it has been pretty quick, yeah. It's the quickest we've ever done one.
This is all
That's
original
all
stuff.
original stuff,
yeah. These look lovely. This whole thing here, when you put these in.
Yeah.
How exciting. It'll be done just in time, I think. I hope. I can just see on the last day of leaving, still bolting things together. Mungo, how are you?
Good.
Look at this. I got my friend Richard to source me out a bag, and he found this beautiful leather suitcase. Isn't that just stunning?
Hello, bud.
Oh my God, look at that. Oh, wow. I could cry. Oh my God, it's better than I thought, even from the backside. I love that colour. It's just... Oh yeah, well that's why I've come to... Look at that. My God, that is amazing.
Can you hear it?
Oh yeah, can I start it? How amazing is that? Oh God. I feel like crying. I'm very emotional. Cheers.
Sounds great.
Well, you're happy, that's the main thing.
I'm so happy with it. Hello, I say good day. Well, the van's going to Ireland with the bikes.
Oh, hello.
All right, hello.
Oh, how are you?
Good, yeah. Time for the bike, then. Have I got time to see it?
It's good, isn't it?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Isn't that good?
I'm glad to have seen it before I left, though.
Yeah, it's just gorgeous.
It's great for the 3 old bikes for the beginning of the trip. It's a lovely idea.
It's a good idea.
It's just odd to be, you know, you're all about to leave.
I know. You want to come?
Yeah, I do, really.
Go on, just say yes.
Yeah, just say yes.
Come all the way down.
I'd love to. That'll be great. It'd be great. It's a great idea.
Let's go get a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
I've got a lot to thank Ewan for, really. If it wasn't for him and stuff that we'd never have gotten a long way round, on the go. I'm just here fixing Ewan's bike. Ewan's kindness and his enthusiasm has you know, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be where I am today.
So I popped in to see Charlie yesterday, and all the, you know, the things were laid out with you know, and there's something that's just so exciting about that moment where you're actually kind of organising your stuff.
See you later. Yeah, you too.
I've done my
Safe journey home. He's really given me an amazing opportunity, and I'm really, really grateful for that.
Well, we're starting off in Wicklow in Ireland because that's where Charlie was brought up. That's where he learnt to use motorbikes, and we sort of feel that's his sort of spiritual home because that's where his dad lives.
My father is a guy called John Borman. He's a film director, and I suppose he's one of the more important British film directors of our generation. And he did films like Point Blank and Deliverance, Hope and Glory, Excalibur, The Elm Forest.
Recognise this, Charlie?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's I played young Mordred. Do you think it'll still fit?
In Excalibur.
Excalibur, yeah.
And that's the Holy Grail, in case anyone's looking for it. I keep Excalibur here in case of somebody breaking into the house.
I noticed that. I feel very privileged being able to have a great working relationship with my dad.
You know, I think particularly the Emerald Forest, I mean, he was 17. To go on an adventure like that with your son was incredible.
My mother, she was really the sort of glue that kept everything together.
He's the most unusual child. He's just a big baby.
Yay!
He's fun to be around, and he keeps it all very light and very up, and we really work very well as a family. We enjoy our life.
1, 2, 3, go.
Let's get our doctors in first.
Here they come. Oh,
no, I was 7!
You know, we really miss him when he goes away. It's hard.
Absolute beauty, isn't it? The bikes are there.
So this is a 1975 bike, which used to be part of a poster that was on my wall.
When this was born, I was about, 4 years old? It's amazing, isn't it? Still going today. What a beauty.
Use the battery and the starter at the same time.
The battery's dead, though.
Well, we get some jump leads. I think you probably want to start that up, don't you? Okay, got it. We're just about to go on the big adventure of a lifetime.
They're ripping up my lawn at the moment with a motorbike.
It's going to be mad. We're going to be every single kind of transport you can possibly imagine.
I think I'll be really glad when they go.
In all sorts of extraordinary places, and hopefully we'll get into lots of scrapes and scraps. Look, this is my map.
It's a glorious adventure for him. I'm thrilled for him.
Wish us luck. I'll see you later, Dad. I love you, Dad. And thanks for everything.
Yeah.
Bye, Dad. Bye, everyone. Loads of love. Bye. Yay! Bye-bye. That's amazing. By any means is underway. 18,000 miles in front of us. Really sad then. I felt sad about losing my dad, and he's made me feel so welcome over the last few months. But sad and excited at the same time. I mean, here I am on my baby bike, heading off to Australia.
It's going to be a real nice way to sort of break into the journey this next few days on motorbikes, and especially going up to the Isle of Man.
Just had a couple of people stop us and had to take photos. Quite funny. Yeehaw! Here we go. We go through the big tunnel. This is like 8 kilometres long. It goes under the whole of Dublin.
We've been on the road for about 5 hours and riding to Kill Harbour in Northern Ireland to get ready to go on a scallop trawler. So there we go. Just load the bikes up now in the van and they'll go on back to Liverpool tomorrow.
Yeah, I got it.
This is what's in my bag. It is so heavy. I've got to sort that out. I really have to. So we've turned up in this place in Kinkeel on the one night where there were so many people are going to be here. 6 or 7 or 8 bands marching tonight. It's amazing, isn't it? Anyway, I just spoke to the policeman. He came over. He was on a motorbike. And I was asking, will it go late tonight? And he goes, oh, it'll be really late. So you guys are different bands, are you?
Yeah.
And which band are you with?
Kilkerny, Volunteers, Margaret Hill.
Just promoting the Protestant culture. You know, there's been marching bands for hundreds of years here, so.
So it's going to be a really long night. Oh no, no! It's 10 to 5 in the morning. Well, this is the morning after, I suppose. Down this whole road here, there's just paper and bottles everywhere. It's day 2, and we're just getting on this fishing trawler to take us over to the Isle of Man. It's quite exciting. 5:30 leaving. What's the reason for that?
Just the tide, that's all. 4 hours towards the fishing grounds.
Okay.
10 o'clock, say. We'll have had a bit of breakfast by then, Charlie.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, so I've got something to chuck up later.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Right, we'll get off then, shall we? The first light was just coming up as we were sort of heading out, and you could look back at this very dramatic Kilkeel mountainous background. A scallop trawler is fantastic. Its top speed is about 18 knots. How fast are we going now? 8.4 knots.
8.4 knots.
Which is
a bit of tide.
I'm just baiting the fish. We had to get out of Irish fishing waters into sort of international waters and then into Isle of Man waters.
There you are, Charlie.
Oh, look at that. Fresh from the seabed. I've never been to Isle of Man before in my life. And then to come in on such a beautiful day as well. It's amazing sunlight and hot, and I've got some colour. For 2 weeks every year, this island is turned into an enormous motorcycle racetrack. The Isle of Man TT is watched by thousands of people every year.
And at the start line of the most dangerous and famous race in the world. Then we're going to meet John McGuinness. He's the current lap record holder. He's done this 37 3/4 mile lap. He's done it on an average speed of 130 miles an hour. Well, I suppose you're the man to beat, aren't you? So,
yeah, I mean, seems to be on the superbike. Yeah, I mean, I've won them all since 2004. So, you know, I've had a fantastic run.
I'm following John McGuinness. How incredible is that?
This little section of the course is my favourite bit of the track. Don't ask me why, but this right and left kink here, flat in top gear, fifth into sixth gear, probably 170 mile an hour at this point now on this left-hander. It's absolutely unbelievable feeling through there.
Oh yeah! There he goes! Oh my God! Hey!
I followed John McGuinness's arse the whole way round.
There's the waterworks. You wouldn't want to go over the edge of there. That's a big major drop down there. This is really the start of the mountain climb round the gooseneck. Again, one of the fastest bits of the track, well into 190 miles an hour up to this part of the course. Oh shit, the camera's blown off my head somewhere. 170 miles an hour.
He's a lovely guy and very funny and was up for everything. And I mean, he's the king of the mountain. I mean, there's no one better or faster than him.
Well, that's Douglas, that's the Isle of Man, and I must say I've kind of fallen in love with this place a little bit, and I think I'll come back for the TT next year and spend a bit more time here. It's a lovely place.
This is the bridge.
Afternoon.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
Wow, this is incredible. It's so high-tech.
You'd expect to see a large wheel here, but we don't have a wheel. It's just a joystick.
And how fast is she cruising at the moment?
It's 34 knots, which is 39 miles an hour. It's 10 years old, the ship now.
Is it 10 already?
Yeah.
This is Liverpool. This beautiful building here is the... What's this building again?
The Liver building.
This... And then... So we're now in Liverpool, and we're going to jump on a train to get to Coventry. Oh, shit. It's 10 past now, and our train leaves in 5 minutes, and we're not out of the taxi yet. Buses, like 4 minutes to get this train now, and the taxi driver is very kindly going to get us there as close as possible to platform 7 as we can, and then hopefully we'll just make a mad dash to get the train. Oh, there's platform 8, so we're close to platform 7. Thank you very much. Brilliant, thank you. Okay, here we go. Platform 7. Here we are. Oh, man. Oh, we got there, we did it. Door's closing. Hiya.
Look, I don't think you could get any tighter than that.
Well,
tomorrow we get on the bikes from Coventry to London tomorrow. I hope some people are going to turn up. I really do.
right, the process of starting this is my magic key. So turn the fuel on and give it a tickle down here. Gets the fuel through the carb.
Woo-hoo! On our way for another trip. Yeehaw!
Hopefully, we're going to meet a whole ton of people on this convoy down towards London to the Ace Cafe.
Oh my God, it's so cold. My head is busted and I'm feeling old. We're just coming into Cherwell filling station. With a bit of luck, we'll see a whole ton of bikes. If not, it'd be quite embarrassing, really. Go, let there be bikes, let there be bikes. There's a good few people here. Look at all those bikes! Oh my God! There are so many bikes.
Oh, I can't believe that. That's amazing.
Charlie.
Hey, how are you doing?
It was literally, it was like a superbikes meeting. It was just amazing. There was about 500 bikes. I know.
I was shocked, actually, I must say. I didn't expect to have that many people there. I would have been grateful for 20 people.
Well, thank you for coming. It's all cancelled.
And they all came on a Tuesday morning, and some of them been there since sort of 7:30, 8 o'clock, to ride down to the Ace Cafe with us.
Here we go, guys. This is incredible. This is just incredible. There are so many bikes. It's just so cool.
We rolled onto the M40 and immediately blocked the M40.
It's got chills all the way down my spine. Beautiful, beautiful way to ride into London. So we're getting close now.
Then driving into the Ace Cafe and seeing that big bus there was incredible.
Hey guys! Hi Bob! Hi Daisy! Hello! Hello, Kafire!
Got that bit right? I've never driven one before, so wish me luck.
Gears?
Yep.
All you need to know about the gears.
That was a 5-minute course on how to drive a bus.
When you've released the handbrake, if it doesn't move, just with the clasp in, just pull the handbrake up and release it straight away and it will give you the gear. Okay.
I'm driving a bus. Can you believe it? Hi, guys.
Fantastic fun. I mean, that's one of the things in life you want to do, is drive an old double-decker bus. And it was actually quite easy to drive. The old Routemaster double-decker was built in 1956, and it can carry 64 passengers. And it has the top speed of 54 miles an hour.
Old beast, the Routemaster bus, but we really wanted to be on one of these because it means quite a lot to us, you know, living in London.
I'm Russ's daughter.
And I think Em's okay about me going away.
Yeah, we're going to look after her and make sure she's fine.
Can't quite see if there's anybody up your arse, can you, on this? I'm just about to go to the Shoreham lifeboat and go down the slip there, and Ollie and the kids, and it's a nice place to sort of say goodbye, really. I feel a little bit sad about that. I always feel a little bit sort of half empty when I'm not around Ollie and the kids. We're quite a nice little pod of 4, really.
Charlie. Charlie as well. Yeah.
This is a big boat.
Yeah, it's a time class boat.
Sorry?
Time class.
Time class, what does that mean?
It's the only boat that fits in a boathouse that goes down the slipway, which you're going to experience in a minute.
So what's the whole process that you have to go through to go down?
Well, we lower the boat forward, take the safety chains out, lower the boat forward, and then she falls over on the cradle. We've got a hydraulically controlled cradle. She comes down level with the slipway, we knock the hook out and away she goes.
And you guys completely rely on donations?
Absolutely.
There's no involvement in the government at all?
No, none at all, no. It costs well over 100 million a year to run the whole of the service.
And you raise that every year?
Yes.
And how long have you been doing it?
38 years.
Part-time, are you full-time now?
No, I'm just volunteer.
All volunteers? None of you get paid to do this? God, what a hero. This is so great. I can't wait. I didn't realise that we can stand right on the bow here as we go down.
Flash it up!
This is fantastic. It's going to be really good fun.
That was great!
was like a roller coaster ride.
That was so awesome. You don't get to do that every day, do you? You can imagine what it's like, how quick they would actually get it together on an emergency situation. It's literally, they get in, get dressed, engine on, boom, they're down the slip.
Now we go to Brighton.
Another beautiful day. What luck we have. Let's hope the luck holds out for tomorrow when we sail across the channel. We might need these guys. I can't keep it in a straight line. You're glad you're not looking this way, because the nose is going like that. Oh, it's just brilliant.
I'm all worried about the seawater.
We've come up the coast about, I'd say, maybe 5 miles, and we're just coming into Brighton Marina now. But here we're going to get onto a Mark I Land Rover and then head off to Dover.
I love travelling on old classic vehicles, and this Landy is definitely one of those.
The vehicle took off very quickly after the Amsterdam Motor Show in 1948. They sold 1,740 odd Land Rovers the first year, and then the order books just went from strength to strength to strength. After 60 years, we're still making them.
The last 3 or 4 days has been pretty mad, really, ever since we left my dad's house in Ireland. Whose idea was this?
This was Charlie's idea. Got the old-fashioned indicators here. You just rotate that thing and this little thing flops up.
It's quite nice, this, actually. Nice sort of way to bumble along, you know? Look at the sea, beautiful, beautiful weather. Roundabout, bugger. Oh, it's quite hard work. It's quite hard work. It's quite funny. Oh, we're getting a bit of speed up now, guys. Here we go. Hey! We're doing 53 miles an hour.
Do you know, it took us nearly 3 hours to drive to Dover in that old Land Rover, and if we'd been in a modern one, it would have taken us half the time.
First thing in the morning, just got up, and it's the day of crossing the channel.
We have to cross that today on a little dinghy, not much bigger than these boats down here, with Charlie at the helm.
I don't really know how to sail at all, and Russ knows a bit, but last time we were in a boat together, he capsized it. He took the rudder and within 30 seconds it tipped the boat over, so... Like condom for feet. Half of me is really excited about today, and the other half of me is just can't wait for it to be over.
Okay, Charlie, you're first in. Okay. You go down to leeward, capsize, sit there. Starboard. Next man in. No port left.
Where do you want me?
Great.
Up here, please. You got the sheet over here.
So luckily the wind's picked up a little bit, and we're on our way to France that way. On a little tiny boat that should be in a lake.
It's going to be a bit rougher when we get out of the harbour wall, do you think? A little bit lumpier.
The laser is only 12 foot long. How we're going to get across the channel without capsizing, I don't know.
Looks a bit rough out there.
The wake off the back of the sea.
Yeah.
Chaps.
Haven't come out of the protection of the harbour wall yet.
Here we go.
Okay, ease up a bit. There's our support vessel. That's it, that's good. That's what it should be like. Go away, that's it. No, the other way, other way. No, no, no. Yeah. Oh! Oh!
I just don't know what I'm doing.
At the beginning, Charlie was very, very nervous. You know, I thought we were going to capsize a few times.
panicked all the time. I was panicked if I was going in the right direction, panicked if I got the wind up, was I catching the wind properly, all that kind of stuff. And it's quite daunting that you're going out to sea on this little boat and something could go terribly wrong.
Oh, which way am I going, guys? It's the busiest shipping lane in the world, or one of them at least.
We did have to have one of the experienced sailors come in whilst we were going through the shipping lanes, but he didn't actually help at all. He was actually only there to make sure we didn't get in any bother.
As we sort of settled in and we got a bit more relaxed about what we were doing, it actually turned out to be very nice. And the wind was perfect.
Ooh, yeah! That was brilliant. Well, we did it in 5 hours.
It was the busiest last couple of days. I mean, just crazy. So I'll be grateful for a nice early night tonight, I reckon. Catch up a bit of sleep, get ready for tomorrow. Sit into Paris. Gonna be good fun.
It's a beautiful car, this.
Is it?
It's got a weird gear thing. It's sort of semi-automatic. You've still got to change gears.
It was 1969 this was built. This was just a few years after I was born. It was the first to have this kind of sort of air suspension. And it was so good and the ride is so smooth that I started using these filming platforms. Real sort of gentleman's cruising Europe car, really. So it'd be lovely to sort of glide into Paris, to the train station, to get on the Orange Express. Well, it's just died, and then just conked out.
It's dangerous stopping by these motorways, though, isn't it?
I hate it. He's having a look at the fuel filter to see if there's any interesting situation going on there.
So he's cleaned out the fuel filter.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
It feels all right.
It seems to clear itself, doesn't it, after a while?
It's dead now. It's not a good place to be either.
You stay in, I'll push it. La voiture and more. La voiture and more.
Best thing to do is to get it onto the trailer and then get ourselves into Paris and get on the bikes and get to the train. Yeah?
Yeah.
Went to a petrol station, filled it up, and it drove fine. So we'd effectively run out of petrol.
That's marginally embarrassing, but the needler did say it was half full.
Here's the Arc de Triomphe, just there. They don't really have any lanes in Paris. It's just, you just make up everything as you go along, you know? We're going to get the Orange Express to Venice. And we're cycling there on these amazing bicycles. You pick them up everywhere in Paris. First 25 minutes free, and then it's a few euros an hour after that. Right, let's go, Russ. I'm absolutely knackered. Red light, thank God for that.
I'd probably go around a bit slower than this normally.
It's a beautiful station, stunning. It's amazing, isn't it?
Good evening.
Good evening, nice to see you.
My name, I'll be
Richard.
your steward.
This is me. Oh, look at all this. Wow. Going to be a lovely trip. I've been looking forward to this for quite a long time, and I think it's the one big bit of luxury that we're going to have on this whole trip, so I'm going to enjoy every minute of it.
I think that the other passengers it's a real mix of people. Some people who've saved up all their lives to come here. And then you've got people who are retired. I saw a young couple look like that they were on their honeymoon. So you got everybody on this train. Morning.
Morning.
Had a very nice dinner last night.
We played I Spy and charades.
Good morning.
Good morning. Look at that. Fabulous. So where do you guys sleep in the evenings?
We have a small office in the next carriage. That's where I get to close my eyes for a few hours every night.
We're going to be on this beautiful train for about 21 hours. And we're going to be traveling through France and Switzerland and then down through Austria, and then we're going to be heading down to Venice. This has got to be the way to arrive in Venice by Orient Express.
Cheers, thank you for your time.
Cracking way to start a big adventure, you know?
Thank you very much.
We got this water taxi in Venice, and they are unbelievably expensive. The traditional mode of transport in Venice is a gondola, but now they're used for the tourist trade mostly. We wanted to meet real Venetians.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. He said, Charlie Borman, he said, I read your book. It's fantastic. That is hilarious.
Recognised in Venice. No one told us about that.
Well, we are off just to have a little look to see how everybody gets all their produce here, because there's no cars or trucks or anything. Everything is transported by boat or foot.
We're off
to the fruit and veg market. Her brother owns a business of dropping off fruit and veg around Venice. So he's going to give us a little insight as to how it all works. Do you have to start very early in the morning, or?
Yes, we start at 3 o'clock in the morning. The business is... Questa è una consegna rapida.
And he's going to make a delivery to a restaurant, and we're going to go with him and just see how it kind of works. I suppose it's kind of a bit nicer than driving around some white van with road rage in London. Wow, look at that. What a day it's turning out to be.
Sadly, we have to leave Venice. And now we're boarding a catamaran to Croatia. It was beautiful to leave Venice. We went down all the way down the canal, you pass the famous square, and then head out towards the sea. It took about 2.5 hours to cross the Adriatic to Porrick. You know, it looked incredibly beautiful, with all the terracotta tiles and that kind of sort of European style, very Italian actually.
Wow, it's kind of fun here, isn't it?
We were met very nicely with Dean and Christian, who own the Yugo, which we're driving.
I better laugh at this. This looks in really good nick, though.
The Yugo was a little cheap car that was based on the Fiat, and it was built from the 80s in Yugoslavia. It was basically the people's car, and it was a cheap form of transport for everybody to get around in.
This is great. So we're in the Yugo, and it's pretty much normal. Brakes you have to apparently push quite hard. They say that the gear stick is like a baseball bat in a barrel of coconuts. There we go.
Oh, you've gone through a red light, eh?
Yeah, but, you know, needs must. Couldn't quite find the first gear there. This is beautiful.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Here's to Croatia. Croatia. That's good.
Stunning. It's like a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful summer's morning here. We're going to drive to Zagreb, where we're going to jump on a local bus. Something about quite relieving, having caught your form of transport and knowing that you've got, you know, just a few hours to kill, you know? Where we're going now is Vukovar, which is where a lot of the fighting took place in the Croatian War of Independence.
During an 87-day siege supported by Serbian paramilitary forces, Vukovar was completely devastated. Statistics show that more than 4,000 people were either killed or disappeared, and 22,000 were forced into exile. Around 10,000 were retained in Serbian concentration camps.
This is our hotel, and if you notice here, you'll see all the old bullet wounds. There's bullet holes everywhere in this town. That there used to be the hotel, and that was just bombed to shit as well.
Today we're going to go meet this lady who was stuck in her basement for 3 months during the fighting, and she could hear all the guns and the planes and the small arms fire above, basically annihilating her city.
We are very afraid that they just going from this side and they just put the bombs in the basements. But my father...
They just come along and throw a grenade into the basement.
3 men came here and they just...
Incredible.
The father was taken to the concentration camp, literally beside their house.
My father doesn't know why he was captured for 4 months in a concentration camp. They just came because we are Croats.
600 mortar holes. 600 holes.
Are you going to leave it like that?
Yes.
And they kept shooting at it to knock it down and it never fell down?
Yes, but they didn't succeed.
My God.
We're leaving Vukovar now with a lot more thoughts in our head, I'm sure, than when we arrived. The knowledge about the war, which I must admit I was ignorant of, surprised me, and I'm really glad that we came to this place and learnt what we did.
On the Danube. Can you believe it? This river starts in the Black Forest in Germany and goes all the way to the Black Sea, and it's 1,774 miles long.
So we travelled down the Danube and then crossed into Serbia.
We're just leaving Novi Sad and we decided to take this local bus service. It's about an hour and a quarter to Belgrade. So last night I was talking to these 2 Serbian girls. They feel that because there's Serbians in all of the countries around them, Kosovo, Bosnia, etc., when these countries have independence, they feel, well, what happens to the Serbians that are living there? So, you know, that's their beef. That the Serbians aren't getting looked after in the countries that have independence. They're expecting the Serbians to leave.
When we arrive in Serbia's capital, Belgrade, we're going to catch the Balkan Express.
Would you like to see the room?
My bed. Got a little pee-pee basin. So we're just going to go and have a look, see what's on this train, see if we can find any food, but I'm quite doubtful. That's it. It's 12 o'clock and we still have another 20 hours to go. The Balkan Express travels through Serbia and it crosses into Bulgaria and finally into Istanbul, where we're going to stay for a few days to work out what form of transport we're going to use next. We're just coming into Sofia, Bulgaria, and I think this is the capital, but we're only here for an hour, so we've got to jump off, grab some food, otherwise we ain't eating tonight.
It'll be quick, right? We thought we had an hour stop, but apparently it's 10 minutes. Come on, man. I'm coming, man.
Do you take your own? No.
Change. Look, there's a sign saying change.
Where?
Here.
Do you exchange Serbian money? 2,000?
I could
have 3 of those for chicken.
Charlie, I'm going to go back up to the engine.
Just hold the tray for me.
Well, I don't think it's going anywhere without an engine.
Is there one there?
No.
It's not even here yet, is it? There's another carriage, there's some bits and pieces there.
Up or down? Oh, well, there it goes.
Here we go, Istanbul!
There's quite a big day ahead of us in Istanbul because we still have this problem that we've had for 3 months now. We can't find a ship that will take us across the Black Sea towards Georgia. So at the moment, if we don't do that, then we'll have to try and find a way through by road, which could add quite a lot of time onto the journey.
The chances of getting a boat is very slim, let's be realistic. I mean, Yavuz has been on it now for a week.
Yeah, more than a week.
More than
almost
a week. And this is the guy who knows everything.
Yeah.
He hasn't found anything yet.
The guy said it's pretty hopeless to get a boat, but I don't think we should give up just yet. We've been in Istanbul now for a couple of days, and after about 235 calls trying to get a cargo ship, I probably accepted that we're not going to get what we wanted. We've got to drive 1,000 miles in a beaten up old truck on roads where they have 60,000 deaths a year. It's not exactly something that is appealing to me at the moment, that's for sure.
Loads of love, bye! Ow!